Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to your practice today. Step right up. Let's do a clearing. I'm going to turn some lights off. Maybe not that light. I'll turn that light off. You know what it is? It's my window. Hold on. That's a little bit better. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Welcome to your practice today. My lighter is running out of juice. All right, take a few deep breaths for me, love. Expanding your capacity in your lungs, expanding your energy, letting go of anything you don't need, but really just making room for the energy of the day, for the blessings of the day. When you breathe in at the beginning of our practice, imagine your energy just expanding to create all of the new things and possibilities for today. Fantastic. Let's put our little clearing stick to the side. And please join me in a prayer this morning. Here we go. God, spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, loved ones in spirit, all that support us on the other side or on our spirit teams. Bless our practice. Bless these light workers. Bless their loved ones, their families, and their friends. Help us all to remember our purpose here, whether seemingly great or small. We know that every single one of us is here to accomplish some sort of growth in our soul, some sort of expansion for the collective. And I know that many of the light workers that are here today have a calling to serve others, whether that be formally or informally, whether that be a lot of people or just their families and loved ones. And I ask that you bless these light workers and bless their intuition. We ask that you bless our inner knowing, our inner wisdom that connects us to you, Spirit. We ask for source energy. We ask for vitality and goodness so that we can ascend to the best version of ourselves and affect the world with our greatest good. Spirit, we pray for the greatest good, and we ask that every bit of guidance you give to us brings that greater good to us and everyone else involved. We thank you for our intuition. We vow to use it today and every day. Thank you, Spirit. Good morning. Amen. Okay. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Carol. By the way, if anybody's listening and you have not been able to get into the chat, I think I have where it's just a safety feature where you have to be a subscriber in order to chat. So if you feel like you want to take more journey with me and subscribing feels right, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get involved in the chat room, you'll be able to do that. Good morning, AF Pulley. Good morning. Okay, let's jump in. So we have our gratitude practice first up. So grab your notebook, grab your pen. I'm filling up this notebook fast, filling it up. Okay, I'm gonna adios my keyboard here. Okay, so our gratitude list today, this is going to be nice. Our gratitude list today is going to be focused on compliments you've received or beautiful words that you've been told about you. Beautiful words or messages or comments or compliments that you've been told about you. So it's sort of like we are grateful for whoever was grateful for us. So think about the compliments or the beautiful words or the things that were positive that people have told you about you. And let's make a list of as many of those things as possible. We're going to do this gratitude list now. So here we go. Welcome to the practice, everyone. We're doing our gratitude list right now. If you want to sneak in a few of them real quick before we move on. The gratitude list today is on beautiful words that you've been told about you or compliments and qualities people have complimented you on. So beautiful words that you've been told about you, compliments or qualities that people have complimented you on. Let's just take another minute so that people just joining us can get just a couple things in the book here. Good morning, Mirole. Good morning, Mary. Mary is here. Hi, Mary. I'm glad you're here. Okay, go ahead and wrap up your gratitude list, and we're going to pop into our 5 1-minute claircognizant hits. The questions are short and sweet today. I was able to write them on just one side of my little piece of paper. Usually they're longer, so we should get some real direct answers today. So, you all ready for question number 1? Here we go. Okay. Question number 1. Spirit. Who is on my spirit team? So you may call your spirit team something different, but the idea of a spirit team is who are my divine and heavenly helpers, no matter what the impression of is as far as like where they come from, or some people have galactic star beings and some people think that they have people who are in like a heavenly space. So it doesn't matter where they are. A spirit team implies just your spiritual support system and the guides that are there for you. So the question is, Spirit, who is on my spirit team? Spirit, who is on my spirit team? Simple question. If you don't ask, you'll never know. Good morning, Nikki. Okay, question number 1. Spirit, who is on my spirit team? 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Okay, take just another minute for question number 1 before we move on to question number 2. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's do question number 2 now. Question number 2 is, Spirit, how do I and how can I inspire others? Number 2 is, Spirit, how can I and how do I inspire others? How can I and do I inspire others? Question number 2, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Okay. Go ahead and get ready to wrap up question number 2 here. And we are going to jump over to question number 3. Question number 3 is, Spirit, please give me a message from someone in heaven. Again, heaven is just an idea of a place. Don't worry, don't get too hung up on the logistics if you have different beliefs about things. The message is really just supposed to be from a loved one that you've lost to the other side, that has moved on, passed on. So, Spirit, please give me a message from someone in heaven. And that is question number 3. Spirit, please give me a message from someone in heaven. 1 minute on the clock. Let's get our message. Okay, go ahead and finish up question 3. Okay, question number 4. Question number 4 is, Spirit, what is one of my strongest intuitive abilities? And then, of course, I'm sure you'll write a little bit about it. Number 4 is, Spirit, what is one of my strongest intuitive abilities? Number 4, Spirit, what is one of my strongest intuitive abilities? Let Spirit tell you about it. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Question number 4. Okay. That is question number 4. Question number 5, short and sweet. Here we go. Question number 5 is, Spirit, what is my spark? What is my spark? So the question is meant to, well, what is a spark? A spark is just that little something, that je ne sais quoi, something about you something that makes you unique, something that makes you stand out from the rest, something that makes you capable beyond others, something that makes you special, that spark, that place inside of you that's alive in such a way. So, question number 5 is, Spirit, what is my spark? Spirit, what is my spark? What is my spunk at the root of my soul and who I am? Okay. So, question number 5, Spirit, what is my spark? 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. I love it. I hope you all are feeling sparkly, identifying your spark. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, go ahead and finish up question number 5. And I will start to explain our intuitive exercise for today. So, as you guys know, I like to mix it up and do a different intuitive exercise periodically here and there, doing different things. We've done a lot of meditating lately. So, I thought it would be a good idea to get back to some cards for a little bit and sort of receive some messages about something that's going on. So, it is the time of the new year, and we all are thinking about goals and making progress on those goals and intentions that we're setting. And so I thought it would be really interesting and really neat to take a look at one of our big to dos, whether that's a resolution or a goal or an accomplishment that you're trying to achieve here at the beginning of the year or something for the year. And I thought that it'd be a really great idea to start getting some insight about that intention, that goal that we have. So instead of going deep into meditation, we're going to stay fast in our channeling and just use the cards and get messages and downloads right here from our conscious state without going into a long meditation. By the way, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, it was yesterday, we had a very long practice. It was almost a full hour. And we actually got our aura colors, and then I explained all the different colors and where they are around you. So that was a really long practice juxtaposed to today, which is going to be a little bit shorter, a little bit quicker. We'll get to the point a little bit faster. But if you're looking also to supplement with something very long and juicy, yesterday's video was really good. Okay. So again, I want you to you could do this one of two ways. When you do a card reading, you can either think of a question beforehand, or I also like to pull the cards and notice when I see the cards what my first impression of the subject is. So sometimes when I pull a card, I don't have a question in mind, but as soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, that makes me think of this. And then I know what the reading is about. Okay. So I've got 3 cards that I want to draw for us. Okay. And then I'm actually going to pull an additional one to just be our daily message for later. But for our exercise today, I've got 3 cards I'm going to pull about our goal or our progress towards our goal. The first card is going to be the idea, the desire, the passion, the goal. The second card is going to be the current position, whether it's challenged or it's being in process or direction it's going. And the third is going to be the potential, the way to overcome, the way to resolve, the way to the resolution or destination. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle up our Perfectly Future Prediction Oracle deck, which will be great for this. And we're going to get our 3 cards. I would also recommend to you, if you have a deck of cards nearby, grab your deck of cards. I can pull some cards and you can, intuit a message from my cards, but you can also intuit a message from your own spread. And again, I'll remind you what the cards 1, 2, and 3 represent, but go ahead and shuffle up your deck and grab a couple cards of your own. This is your practice, and it'd be a great opportunity for you to dive deeper into something that you're doing on your own if you'd like, okay? So again, the first card that we pull is about the idea, the goal, the desire, the passion. And sometimes it represents us as the question asker, okay? So card number 1 I have is true love. True love. Now, not to scare all of you single people who don't want to not be single. This is not always about romance. Sometimes it is. So if that's something that you're trying to manifest, interpret it that way. But the idea of the true love message in my oracle deck here is really about something that is so desired that you've put it on a pedestal, you love it, you genuinely feel passionate about it, you're aligned with it, it's part of your desired life. It's something that is so near and dear to your heart. It is a beloved goal or aspiration. Again, it can be romance. Obviously, romance would be a beloved goal or aspiration, quite literally. But other than that, it just means that this is sort of your soulmate goal, your soulmate resolution that you're trying to accomplish, your soulmate journey you're trying to take. And again, what I mean by soulmate is the circumstance itself is aligned with your soul. The circumstance itself is aligned with your goal. And it's not just about manifesting a person to love you. It's about manifesting anything that you love. Okay. So the first card is true love. I'd like to actually stop right here. And I want us to write in our notebook, number 1, true love. Okay. And then I want you to write down how that identifies a goal for you. Maybe now you know which one Spirit is talking about, a desire or a passion. I want you to identify what this brings up for you and what your desires are and anything else you'd like to note about card number 1, representing you, the idea, the goal, and the desire, either quite literal true love or a beloved goal, a beloved accomplishment, a beloved circumstance that you're trying to make progress on, something near and dear to your heart and soul, okay? Either interpretation is fine. Let's take a minute to write down what we can from Spirit on number 1, our true love card. Here we go. I love this. Looks like Carol's pulling her own card, Magic of the Unicorn Oracles deck. Yep. Pulled soul satisfaction, honor, uniqueness. To me, this is true love. Absolutely. Absolutely. I see the connection between the two. I'm glad you do too. Absolutely. And that's a great idea. Like if you have your own deck of cards and you want to make a connection between this card and your card, that is so beautiful. I love that. Okay, I hope you got a chance to jot down a note or two about number 1, the card representing us, our goal, our accomplishment, our mission, our intention, our desire, our passion, true love, a beloved goal, and something that really, really runs deep in our heart and in our soul. Okay, so question number 2. Question number 2 is, the card number 2 is really about the current position the process or the progress that it's making, the challenge or the difficulty potential, or the direction that it's taking. So it's kind of like the current state, an update on the current state of this desire for a beloved thing or a beloved goal or accomplishment. So the card that I have for the current position is the card Wait. The card Wait. So sometimes the universe doesn't have for us our desires in an instant. This is the 3D world, and that's why manifesting exists. Sometimes guidance, divine order, divine timing, sometimes it all takes a little while. Sometimes so much is happening behind the scenes that for things to fall into place, a series of circumstances need to transpire, and it can take time. So the wait card is an indication that you either have been waiting or that the wait is the current state. You can see this as an obstacle or something that is like a challenge or conflict, or you can see this as a message in order to give you peace. Yes, it's in a waiting standpoint right now, but it's just the time before the blessing as it manifests behind the scene, no doubt, because we are talking about a goal that we'll accomplish. So take a moment and tune in to why Spirit would give you the message or the acknowledgement that even if there has been a wait or there will be a wait, there is an order to things or a reason they want to tell you. Be still for a moment. Be still for a moment. Okay, so let's tune into the card Wait, figure out what the message is there for us. And again, use this not to be disappointed, but in order to receive a divine message about the timing and the circumstance itself. Okay, so let's take a moment to write about card number 2, which is Wait. So one of the messages I got about Wait is that once what I was desiring comes in, I'm not going to have the energy and the time to do certain things for myself because I'll be in service to a lot of others. And so the wait was not necessarily a wait like it was bad news. The wait was saying, no, you need this time to do your own thing so that when this comes down the line, your stuff needs to be finished so that you can move on to serving other people. So the wait was not necessarily just a disappointing message. It was saying, you've been given a window of time to focus on you. You need to do that in this time frame because when it's over, there will be less time for you and more time that is designated for your service. So that's really interesting. I hadn't thought about that right in that way, but that's what the message was. Carol said, LOL, I heard don't wait. Yes, absolutely. Remember when you're reading, okay, Tana's about to get on her soapbox. When you're reading cards, I don't think that the best thing to do from a psychic perspective is to read them literally. Again, cards are meant to be a jumping off point, just a simple trigger for a thought or an emotion or an intention that is psychic. The idea of doing your intuitive practice is that it be intuitive, not written on some cardboard. So if you heard "don't wait," that is your message. Absolutely, 100%. Hope you hear me. Hear me with your heart on that one. Whatever this makes you think about, that's the message. It's not about what's on the card. Okay. Despite popular belief. Okay. So number 3 is the potential of the goal, what it looks like to overcome or to resolve the intention or make progress, and the destination of this goal that we're hoping to make progress on. So the last card is one of my favorite cards in my deck. It's just such a beautiful feeling when you look at this card. Get a hold of this one. You are so deserving. You are so deserving. So the "you are so deserving" card, as the overcoming, the resolution, the destination, the potential, shows me that what you're desiring is really aligned with what the universe is trying to provide for you, what spirit is trying to create for you. So you are so deserving, and it's very, very clear that this manifestation or this goal or aspiration is for you, is being basically baked like a cake behind the scene in order to celebrate you. So think about all of the insecurities you have about this goal or this intention, and all the reasons why you think maybe you're asking too much, or that it'll never happen for you, or that it takes things that you don't have, or that you're not good enough in some way. Think about what this message says to those thoughts. If you are deserving, and that is the end game, and the goal and the resolution is accomplished because you are deserving, then you're not less than anything you need to be. It's just a matter of the wait being over. So I want you to think about, you are so deserving as it applies to the outcome or the resolve of your goal. And I want you to take a minute to write a little bit about that. Okay. And if you have your own card that you're pulling, you can make the connection, share with us in the chat. I'd love to hear it. But number 3, the resolution. What do you think of when spirit tells you you are so deserving? What do you think of when spirit tells you that in relation to making progress on your goal? Here we go. Those are some good 3 cards. So let's see. Carol's letting us know what she's getting in her deck here. Let's see. Carol says, freedom of the truth. Communicate honestly. Be who you truly are, because who you are is so deserving. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so as I usually do, there is a card that I want to pull for today, for the day itself. And so I am going to go ahead and pull a card that is just for today. And what that will allow us to do is to get some insight as to just the energy of the moment. And maybe this applies to your goal that we just read about, or maybe it's just the tasks at hand today. But the message for today is change. Change. And so you may be going through some changes, or what really comes up for me is you may be trying to make some changes. you may be trying to make some changes. And the message for me that comes up is to just hold that intention in your heart. Know that you have an agenda where there's a few things you want to change. Spirit supports you wanting to change these things, and will try and give you the tools and the support necessary. Ask yourself what change means to you today. Make a quick note in your notebook. Ask how you can change little things today for a better outcome or results. And I'm going to go back to the chat here. I'm working and listening. This is great. Oh, good. Hi, Susan. Christine Thomas says, hi, Tana. Just caught you on the live at the end. Oh, that's okay. Welcome, welcome. You can watch the replay. We're on I think this is our 22nd episode now, our 22nd video. So we go live. When am I? Live at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, and we go anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. Just depending on what Spirit has guided me to brought through for our exercise and how long that takes. Nikki Garza says, we need to pay attention to those dealing with water today. Water is in the elements causing change today. Water. It's interesting. The energy of water is very, what do they say? Malleable. Is that the right word? It's it takes the form of its container. So if we change a container, we change the form of water. I don't know if that's where you're going with this, but the element of water makes a lot of sense that it would be a very mutable energy. So yes, please everybody tune into that and see what that means for you. Sorry if I took it out of context, but that's how it spoke to me. We need to pray for those dealing with water today. Water is the element causing change today. Okay, so on a literal sense, if anybody is dealing with water circumstances, then be aware of the energies and the messages for today. Thanks, Nikki Garza. Always good for a intuitive hit. Carol says, create perfect health, access, divine abundance. Hear, hear, amen. Christine says, praying for my daughter and for those in San Francisco today. I wonder what's happening in San Francisco today. I'll have to take a look. If something's going on, I'm not aware of it yet. But yes, prayers for everybody. I'll have to take a look at that. Oh, big storm. There's a big storm. Okay. Yes, there's a lot of places that are storming. And as always, please lift up the world with your divine light and energy. When you say your prayers, go global. Go global, at least for a moment. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing, fantastic Wednesday. And we are going to see each other tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. And I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day. Bye-bye.